Hello and welcome to All-Star Review with Reality Realness. My name is Michael Pez.
And I'm Chantele Francis, also known as
And,
Misty Arrow or Misty Arrow.
and I'm known as just Michael Pez. So here we go. We are going to be talking about the third episode of Rupaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 3. And we watched it together.
Yep.
And we watched it at my house. And it was a good episode. What they featured was The Bachelor, which they did a mock of the actual show The Bachelor, which I ended up watching before I watched that episode. And it was quite a good episode. So let's dive right into it.
Absolutely. Like, I'm also a fan. I don't know if you're a fan of The Bachelor. I know you watch it, but I'm a fan of The Bachelor. I've watched every single episode of The Bachelor or like Bachelor in Paradise, all the above. I follow some of these people on Instagram. So like it was really fun seeing RuPaul's Drag Race kind of take a play on those stereotypical characters of The Bachelor. So I thought I was really excited and I thought it was a really fun way to kind of allow these queens to be a little bit creative.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of reality TV shows, then you don't just watch this show, you watch something else. And you've had to have watched one season of The Bachelor in your day at some point. I've been watching it since Jillian's season. How about that?
I've been watching it since the first season. Yes, I have.
Yeah, since Jillian's season, I have been watching. I think I've seen every Bachelorette season except minus. I stopped watching. I think her name is Andy.
Andy, okay.
I didn't.
Ooh, but
I liked her. I just didn't like the guys. It wasn't.
But like Josh Murray's so hot.
Yeah, but didn't he turn out to be a dick at the end?
But like, I don't know if it's true. I don't know what's true, what's not true. He's been on the challenge, actually. He was just on the challenge, Champs versus Stars for charity. So he's kind of like, I liked him in that show too. He never really bothered me. But I don't see him every day. So like, from what he shows on the TV, I feel like they created him to be this villain that I don't know if he's fully that, but I think that he doesn't mind being portrayed that way because it's giving him some social credibility.
Yeah, he went on Bachelor in Paradise, and then he was like, and then him and Nick were like this on Bachelor in Paradise, and yeah.
So like, and now he's a star now on like another reality show. So, and he was on, I don't know if you've ever watched this one, but it was called Famously Single. And it's where they have all these famous people. I think Brandy was on that particular season as well. And like other reality stars where they're all single and they go in a house and then they have like counseling sessions about like why they can't find love and they have to go out and like find dates and have parties and stuff like that. So it's like another reality dating show with stars, and so he was one of the stars in that. So regardless of whether he's a good guy or not, he's leveraging his assholeness on TV.
And you know what? He looks good.
He's so hot. So hot. I'll take you, Josh. I wouldn't kick you out of bed, I promise.
There you go. Yeah.
So at the beginning of the episode, though, they're all kind of talking. We started with Thorgy's, oh God, Jesus. So like, I felt so bad for Thorgy because like I don't actually think that she was the one that deserved to go last episode.
No.
Like she had a little bit more to give. And so I did kind of feel for her. And like they walk in, I think it was Ben was like, "Oh, hallelujah," and Chantele was like, "Oh, that was not a hallelujah."
That's not a hallelujah moment. No.
But yeah, like Thorgy, I felt bad for her, but I guess we had to move on from her.
Someone had to go, and it was between her and Kennedy, and Shangela won the lip sync. When Ben pulled his lipstick out and had Thorgy's, correct?
Yeah, they both had Thorgy.
Yeah, they both had Thorgy. So Thorgy was going to go regardless. I really feel that like they were trying to ask Ben what was his choice on picking Thorgy, and he hemmed and hawed and did all this little song and dance without wanting to come up with like an actual reason, being very congenial, which has been like categorized as. But you know what? At the end of the day, though, he didn't want to rock any feathers, because what if they do a battle back? Thorgy comes back, and they were like, well, you know, Ben had yours too, and like blah blah blah.
So I mean, like, I think that Ben was playing it safe there, but not showing all her cards to the other queens, especially since it's them that is going to be doing the choosing if she's ever on the bottom. So I think her keeping herself a little bit like mum about the situation was good. I thought though that Kennedy was a little bit overboard, but like getting all uptight about Thorgy's drawing on the mirror.
But that's how Kennedy, I feel, is. It's like and like Milk said, she goes like at least Thorgy was defended with that thing because Milk goes, she's a clown. It's a joke. Like, you're not a clown. Well, you look like a clown now, but like, but like if you're gonna be this like a comedic queen and Kennedy proves later on in the episode that she is, I think Kennedy was just like butthurt that she was in the bottom, and then she goes and looks, hey, you know what, at the end of the day though, Thorgy left, you're still there. If she decided to write a shitty note on the thing and you took it personally, well,
and then she
took it personally.
Really upset with how Milk was like I don't know if someone asked her if Milk just divulged this information about the fact that she felt that Thorgy had a little bit more to offer and a little bit more to give as as a drag queen, and she just got so upset. Like her and Milk don't even have anything close to the same aesthetic, so it just seems really obvious that Milk would appreciate Thorgy's drag over Kennedy.
Of course.
It doesn't seem like something like, oh my God, like rip out my soul because like you don't think that I'm like as good as Thorgy. Like they have completely different aesthetics, her and Milk.
Absolutely. And it comes later into the episode. I don't know if you want to talk about this now, the relationship between Kennedy and Milk. They decide to talk about how Kennedy and Milk, they do tours. They do bot tours like Battle of the Seasons, and they do all these things where they work together and they do the show together and they never have a problem. But it just seems that like now Milk is, I guess because cameras are rolling,
well,
they want to like
before that you're on tour with somebody, you're not really going to be slamming like your tour partner. Like you don't really give a shit what they're doing. You know what I mean? But like a competition where you are trying to look better than the person that you're standing beside. So it's obviously a very different circumstance, and different colors within your relationship are going to kind of show up with this level of competition to kind of fuel it. You know. But it's Chantele though, like I thought that her reasoning though was really good in case somebody comes back, but she's saying that she didn't feel like Thorgy was loyal to her and that Thorgy would like fight for her, that she would like Thorgy would just kind of jump onto anybody that would like save her basically. And so that she felt that Kennedy would be someone that would be more loyal to her in the future, which I totally agree with. And like we knew that was coming, like even though the edit was kind of like gearing it to maybe Thorgy might stay, but we knew that there's no way that Chantele was going to get rid of Kennedy.
No, of course not. No.
So how did you feel about how RuPaul set up the queens for their characterizations in the Bachelor?
It's very funny. Like I don't know if that was like, well, obviously they said you're going to stand like this in the show. Yeah. But it's, I think that they definitely put one with somebody else. They put a strong comedy queen with someone who was a wild card. So, for example, the first couple was Aja and Kennedy, right?
Yeah.
They put Aja and Kennedy. Kennedy won Snatch Game in her season. Aja didn't do very well when they did that 902 Ho. So, they had that. They put Trixie.
So was going to be the super needy girl, and then Kennedy was going to be playing the party girl. So that's what
party girl. Decided. Yeah, and then they put Trixie and Milk together, who were not in the same season, but Trixie has her own comedy show with Katya, and Milk didn't do very well at the Snatch Game. Didn't do great at Celine, so like that was, either way it was like either way they match these people up because it's going to show each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Hopefully. So Trixie was playing the fake bitch, and Milk was supposed to be playing. Supposed to be, if you heard that correctly, the psycho stalker.
Psycho stalker.
And then next was I guess Ben and BB.
Yep.
Ben playing the cougar, and BB the shy virgin.
Yes.
I see where you're coming from too with Ben. Like, it's like always coming across as like comedic and like very funny, winning comedic tasks, and BB not really showing that much of that side of her in her regular day-to-day drag.
Yep. And then the last one was a how do you even say
Polyamorous.
it? Polyamorous.
Yeah.
I don't know really that word. I even had to ask you what that meant.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I was like, because I'm just not used to that. I don't watch Sister Wives and I don't watch Big Love. Is that Big Love? Is that what Big Love is?
It's the new thing that young, like, we'll say millennials are doing. Instead of being a monogamous relationship, they're venturing into polyamorous relationships.
Is that like the definition of a throuple?
I've never heard of a thrumble. I'll have to help.
No, throuple. I went on a date with a throuple one time.
I mean, okay. I've never heard of a thruple, but
it was 3 guys. 2 of them lived together. The other one, they all lived in my building. 2 of them lived together in the one apartment, and the other one lived on another level, like another floor below them. And they were a throuple. And I went on a date with all 3 of them.
Well, I guess that would fall into the bracket of polyamory. I think it just means many lovers. So I knew this girl that was in a polyamorous relationship where she had a boyfriend, and then she also had a girlfriend that the boyfriend was okay with her being in a relationship with as well.
Now were that guy and that girl together ever?
I think that maybe they've witnessed certain things, but I don't know if they've ever gone all the way. But I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. But it's both of them being kind of it's like an open relationship where everybody's kind of into it. But everybody's.
So what about like Derek Barry?
Pardon?
You know Derek Barry?
Oh, he said that they're in Barry. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know that's what's
shocking. No, Derek Barry, who played was the Britney Spears impersonator, had when you went to his boyfriend in the audience, it went to 2 of them. So there,
I think it can be an open relationship, but it could also be a polyamorous relationship. So something like that.
All right, cool, awesome. That's probably what it is. I just never really knew what the actual term was.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So anyway, so it was Chi-Chi and Chantele.
Yeah, so Chi-Chi was supposed to be more in love with the Bachelor, and Shangela was supposed to be more in love with Chi-Chi. Either way, I didn't really see those characterizations in what they brought out, but yeah, it was a little bit difficult. I thought it was a hard one for them to kind of show.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's difficult.
So yeah, with how people decide to start characterizing things, BB comes out of the limo first, and I knew even before anything she's gonna play a shy African princess, and we were both saying, I think you said to me, and I was thinking in my head, it's so Coming to America, you know?
So Coming to America, I love that movie. If that's I forgot, you know what, I'm gonna write that. I have to write that down.
I wanted her to take it further though, with being really uncomfortable with saying vulgar words, and I wish she just didn't want to say stuff like that a little bit more, because we knew already that she was going to do the African kind of motif, and it would have been really nice if she just had gone a little bit too far and over exaggerated with how shy she really was. Because she doesn't look like she's that shy.
No, and the best thing is that she was just. Are we going into their performances?
I was just going to do the limo, but we could go into their performances at the same time.
I was just saying her overall performance was just. It was good. It was just. She ends up being safe later on, but she did a really good job.
Yeah.
And she worked. And she was respectful of Ben, her partner.
Yeah, she definitely didn't try to talk over. In the art of improvise, you're supposed to be listening, and you're supposed to be, as Rupaul was saying, say yes to everything, and it's yes, yes, yes. And I felt that she did say yes, and she didn't negate the story. She kind of allowed it to Ben to have her moments to shine as well. So I definitely agree with you there. So who came out? Oh, Milk. When Milk came out, and I wanted Milk to do well so badly, but A, I didn't think she looked pretty. And B, I just felt for the whole thing that she was just trying too damn hard. And I know, like, in the end, like, she was saying, like, she thought that she'd be praised for trying really hard. But I guess her lack of really understanding what's funny about the stalker character is what made that fall so flat. Because, like, she was just annoying. And comedy isn't to be annoying unless it's funny.
And like they I think one of the judges says is that less is more. Like
Yeah.
like she was dressed like she reminded me of Glenn Close in like Fatal Attraction.
Good, that.
Yeah, like which was good. But I didn't understand, like, if you're I went to theater school. I am an actor. When it's hot, and it's supposed to be a hot, like you're sweating scene, you don't act like you're sweating. You just like, you are sweating. You're just like, you're hot. So like, when the thing is stalker, no one takes binoculars and holds it up to the person right in front of them.
Exactly. Like the stalker doesn't think that they're a stalker.
Yeah, like we're not stupid. Like I always whenever I'm acting, I always say that like pretend that the audience does not even know what you're talking about. But they're not idiots. They're not like they just be it. Like, but at the end of the day though, it's when you're put up against Trixie and you're supposed to be in a competition, that's where people start to do things that they shouldn't be doing. Like,
yeah, I mean, she was definitely like grasping for like dear life for sure, but she just,
like she was shoving it down our throats, and I got it. I get
like,
it.
okay, you're a stalker because you have binoculars. Like, it was just all around bad. Like, you know, I also have studied the arts and acting for my whole life, and so like I do know you got to play the opposites. Like, you don't play the end of the scene at the beginning. Like all these, like you show, don't tell, but not overtly show. Like you show the inside, not the outside. All that stuff, you know. So yeah, Milk like immediately dropped the ball. Also, Chi-Chi like beyond dropped the ball too. Like she had absolutely no idea what to do here. Like it was a difficult role for her to play. Oh shit, my friend's already here. Do you want to say pause here and then we'll finish this up tomorrow?
Sure. Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay, sorry. And part two.
Yeah.
Hi guys. Yeah, sorry about that little interruption there, but we're still here for you. We really want to talk about the rest of this episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Pretty much the best show on television.
Absolutely.
So we left off, I guess we were coming up to Chi-Chi and how she was in a polyamorous relationship, and she definitely didn't know what polyamorous meant.
No, yeah, and her improv skills were, I mean, like I kind of remember her being like really funny, like on the last, like when she was on her season.
Well, she's kind of funny, but I think she only knows a few things. She knows how to do like ghetto girl and like southern, like, you know what I mean? So she has those two character dynamics down, but I think that like going outside of that, she doesn't really know what's funny, or she doesn't really know how to create a character or like how to make something funny and build on anything, you know. She just kind of like, she just went with that whole mother thing, which could have been funny, but she didn't know how to make those jokes land.
Yeah. I was just disappointed. Like, it was like the way it was edited, it looked like Chi-Chi was going to be the one that like was going to go. And it was painful to watch.
Well, and also though, I don't know if she thinks because she's more polished now and she has a little more money that she doesn't have to look like a drag queen. But I feel like her makeup is a little bit too kind of subtle. Like she's pretty and everything, but like I would like a little bit more effort put into like her looks. Like she didn't really create any looks. She just looked like a pretty girl that was like hanging all over this guy, and she didn't really have anything going on.
True. I completely agree. It was just like what was she, just in a black dress, and then all of a sudden she was in like a bikini in a hot tub, and like you had a wig on.
Just flat.
Yeah. What was so drag about that performance? Nothing really.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But I found though that like even before they were actually filming their scene, that Shangela was really supportive as a partner, because she could have easily been shooting down like Chi-Chi's ideas. Like she still was like being I found positive, even though I'm sure in her monologue was like, oh God, this is gonna be bad.
Well, Shangela, like basically, like when you even back in high school, when you were paired up in a science project with somebody, you kind of had to step up your role to make sure that the project went pretty well, or like whatever scene partner or whatever. So Shangela, like, I think that if Shangela was having a real bad problem with her, it would have been different. But Shangela is able to like carry a scene.
Yeah.
And she would have told her if she wasn't doing a good enough job.
Well, I guess because it was improv, they were just kind of like, well, let's just see what happens. But I think that, that Shangela could have taken a little more active role into shaping the comedic side of Chi-Chi's character.
I'm just glad that it wasn't like Chi-Chi brought Shangela down to the bottom.
That too. That would have been really, really devastating.
Yeah.
Just because she's probably just trying not to make her look bad. Like, she's being a team player. Mm-hmm. But Jeffrey is hot, eh?
He is. Oh my God, he's so like.
Did you think about it?
Was that?
Then you had to think about it?
No, it's like he's I don't know, like I wouldn't go for a guy like that. He's too muscular and too built. I like little guys.
I guess you like. Well, Ben.
I like little guys. But like, see, Ben looks little to me. Like Ben de la Creme, like looks small, but I think he's actually kind of tall.
I think he's tall because, like, remember he's always by Shangela, and Shangela must be tiny, but like he looks like he's 6 feet next to Shangela.
I don't know. I just used to date a guy that kind of reminds me of Ben de la Creme. I even texted him. I was like, "You remind me of Ben de la Creme." He's like, "I get that all the time." Oh, he looks like he'd be this little guy, but I guess not. I guess he's a big dude. I don't know.
I don't think he's small at all. But I found that like Jeffrey was really good with his improv skills, and he was lobbing some like good jokes. And he said one to Chi-Chi about something about your balls or something like that. It was like a perfect, nice little lob. And she's like, something like, if mother says so, or something that just.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Sense, and like it was just an opportunity just to like.
Did he like throw? Didn't someone say, "How's your head"?
Yeah, or no, that was in another season. But
I thought there was a "How's your head." Well, ask mother. Mother knows.
I think it's about balls, and the "How's your head" joke came in a couple seasons ago when someone just wouldn't get that joke, and like.
Oh, Miss Fame. Miss Fame never knew what it was. Miss Fame. Yeah.
She's gorgeous though.
God.
But yeah, so Ben's character, did we talk about him yet?
Nope.
Yeah, so she's like, I loved how raunchy she was, and like
that was so good. So good.
Fake breastplates, and like she's just coming out having like blurred like crotch area, just like a hot pink mess.
And like as a bartender to another bartender, you've served that lady before, you know, like you
go and talk to like the rich guy so I can get them to buy a bottle of Cristal, like
or they're just like, hey boys, and it's like those boys are like 17, sitting there with their parents, and that lady is hitting on them.
She does not.
She's having a Coors Light and she's wasted.
So I thought like that's what I was excited about. It was like she had like a whole character down. It wasn't just like Ben de la Creme in drag, like doing a weird role. She was like, she created something new for herself, and like that's what was exciting and like just fun. It wasn't Ben de la Creme, even though that was her name, you know.
Of course, yeah. And what I liked about it was that he didn't just play it safe. Like when he said, "Cougar, you're gonna play the cougar," he goes, "Naturally," but like he didn't come out as like, he came out as this character, and it was almost disgusting. Like when he ate the banana and then tried to feed him the banana. And then he was like, I've already done this. Like, I've already chewed it. And then he put it back in his mouth. He's like, remember when I already ate this? And like, it was funny.
And then when like he's like, oh, I'm so clean down here. And like she just has her mouth covered in bananas.
And she's like, have you ever taken out a catheter? And like,
when she's like, do you like it? I like it dirty. And like,
oh God.
So dirty. But like, I would definitely go with Ben de la Creme over what's her name?
Phoebe? Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like she gets the first impression rose. Did we talk about Trixie?
Nope.
Perfect. So this is the thing. So I'm just praising before, like Ben really like took a new character. And that's like, I love Trixie's character, like of like, you know, the rich bitch, or what was it? A
fake bitch.
Fake bitch. And like, I liked it. Like she had like a lot of fun little references and like on the phone and like, yeah, he's like in LA too. Like all these things that are so good. But I was just distracted that she looked exactly like Trixie. I know that's their thing. I know that she's made many, many thousands of dollars being Trixie, but sometimes I just want to see her do something new and something a little more evolved. It's like she's always putting on a mask, and I find that I can't suspend my reality because it's always the same mask. Like I have the same problem with what's her name,
Bianca
Del Rio.
Bianca Del Rio.
And like I was surprised that she won because I felt that other people were able to transform a little bit, you know? And I personally find that more exciting. I think she's a terrific drag queen. I think that she's funny. I think she understood the character. I just wish that she just looked different.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Trixie Mattel. Like now, like when she was on her season, she didn't really stand out. She got brought back for a moment and then she got kicked off again. But then she like kind of showed, I see what you're saying about the makeup. Like it's very what's the word I'm looking for? Not like not harsh, but it's very just very strong. And it's like, I see what you're saying. Like, it's her branding and like, but like, yeah, no, I understand. But her character was perfect. Unfortunately, Milk went sour, and it was
sour, but it was pretty obvious now that everybody's getting the curdles.
Like, and that's a way of like when you're in a scene with somebody, someone just overpowers the other person and is not listening and is not being a good scene partner. That's someone that you don't want to work with ever. And like all the diary room sessions, they were saying like how Trixie looked mad. Like she was wearing her emotions on her face because she was getting fucking mad. She was getting pissed.
Well, because like I think that both of those characters were probably, I'd say, easier than some of them to make funny. And I think that just like how Milk was just overpowering the scene and didn't even realize how she wasn't being a good scene partner and really thought that she was doing an exceptional job at like playing that role, that it was just actually really frustrating to not be able to see Trixie in an element where she was able to shine a little bit more. Like if she had a more giving of a scene partner, it would have been a really fun scene to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aja, I don't think we talked about her yet. The other thing I wrote down is Aja doesn't get it.
She didn't get it, and that's okay. They were like, you're like the needy girl, the one that just needs so much attention, and then she went, oh, but like I like as a gay man, most gay men are either needy or they're not. And it's like, and I guess that he is just not a needy person, like ever.
Doesn't really seem very
but
needy.
It's just needy to me is like, I can be needy. Like I will admit that I can be needy. And that's just like looking for that little bit of, well, do you like that? Like, well, but what about this? Like, are you okay with this? And like, yeah, it's totally fine. Like, fuck off. Like, shut up. And that's what it's supposed to be. And like, it's basically like you are smothering the person.
Yeah,
where it gets exhausting.
For
Whereas he just cried the whole time. It was like, oh, and then all of a sudden he became Milk's character.
Yeah.
So like, it's like he should have been the stalker. He should have played the stalker. Because that was a better stalker. That would have been funnier.
It would have been funnier. I wish
You look good though. You look good.
me? Oh, he? Yeah, I'm like, I do.
Yeah, you look great too. You look great.
Yeah, I like the look. I thought it looked good. But yeah, I just wish that he got it. And that could also be like with his age. Is he only what, like 24 or 25? Like, I guess I forget that sometimes these people might not get these references and like how to translate them because they don't have that much life experience.
Yeah, like when someone says, like, if you're young and you're not an actor and you just like you're whatever and you hear the word stalker, like that's like a harsh word to call somebody, but like I get what a stalker would be like on that thing. Like it's not supposed to be hide in the trees. It's supposed to be.
It could be, but like,
well, it could be hide in the trees, but it's not like no one takes binoculars. Yeah, no one takes binoculars and looks at somebody like right in their face. Like we got it.
Yeah, Kennedy though. Kennedy did some impressing with me today.
Oh God,
She was
so funny,
hideous, but she was funny, and that's
so funny.
like you can do almost anything, but if you're funny, you win the hearts. Like if Milk was funny, she would have stayed. Like if any of these people are funny, if Chi-Chi was funny, she wouldn't have been on the bottom. If Aja was funny, she wouldn't have been on the, like, even if it didn't match the role, if she was funny, it still would have been okay.
Yeah.
But Kennedy was pretty damn funny.
So funny. Yeah, she did win the, like they bring it up later, but she did win the Snatch game when she played Little Richard. And her comedy skills are pretty good. Like she played the party girl and she was pulling out flasks. She was pulling out bottles out of her body. Like it was the ultimate reveal. And I got points for the wig coming off. So I'm going to take all the points I can get.
You got the wig reveal episode?
No. Well, she takes the wig off and is like, I'm a man. Like it was perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she was great. And the best is that she shone more because Aja was just so weird.
She's just missed the mark. And like even like Kennedy's like that's not my version of the party girl, but I like her version. Like
yeah.
It's I wouldn't have done. I would probably have been a little bit more Trixie-X about it, you know what I mean? A little bit more Paris Hilton-y, but you know.
Yeah.
I like that she surprised me on her version of it for sure.
Yeah.
And it was a conceptualized character.
That was great. I liked it. Especially like from start to finish too. Like it was never like she never stopped being that character, which was great.
Yeah. Yep. And she was like those teeth. Like, why did she have those teeth? Why?
How did she just partied way too much.
No, I mean like why did she have them actually with her like on the show? Like she knew she was gonna
Oh, who knows? Who knows?
They must bring so much shit with them.
They must bring so much shit. And they probably have a props department at the same time. And they were like, you can go grab 3 things. And she's like, where's the teeth?
People have this like weird lips when she's talking. So gross. So gross. What's going on next? So I guess like I think we went through everybody.
Yeah.
And then so what the final right? So there wasn't really any winner for that, was there separately? Like that was like
no, they just said the top 2 were Ben de la Creme and Kennedy.
Well, they did top 3, but those are the top 2 for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was because it was 3, 3, and 2. Yeah. Yeah, so I just remember hearing the Chi-Chi going on over and over again about like in season 8 how she she didn't feel like she was up to par. Then she came to the season thinking that she was a shit, and now she's kind of like feeling as though she doesn't measure up anymore. And I'm just like, oh God, Chi-Chi, just get it together. Everybody's rooting for her to be there. And like, I know it's demoralizing to be on the bottom for like a few weeks in a row. I get that. And like, nobody wants to be on the bottom. They want to be on the top. They want people to tell them that they're great. Of course, we get it. It's a competition and it's like a prideful vanity kind of competition. But like, this is not the way to get there, is like commiserating about how you suck.
No, like, and it's like, you're still, okay, one, you're still there, which is great. You made it onto the show. That's pride enough. It's just, I think that it's intimidating to be with people like Shangela and Ben de la Creme who pull these like golden performances out. It's I don't know. It's like being in a movie and playing against Meryl Streep, I guess. Like, but at the same time, you got to own it and just like do your job
and like live like if I would love to play in a movie with Meryl Streep, because like her standard of excellence is going to raise my bar and make what is my best even better. And so I would hope that like her seeing all these like really amazing queens doing these cool things and being innovative and creative would allow her to like maybe be inspired to want to be better and do better. Just be better.
Do your job. Do your job, and if you get kicked off, you get kicked off. You'll get butt hurt.
Yeah, just be better.
You know, my mom just texted me and was like, new Bachelor show on tonight, Bachelor Winter Games. I'm like, PVRing, no problem.
Oh my God, I can't wait. It starts like now. It's already PVR'd though? You sure it's already set up?
Oh, it's PVR. Yeah. Because I made sure that it was like ready to. I'm gonna make sure. Jesus. Well, she came over to my house and it wasn't like. Let's see. What channel would it be on? 20.
Or probably City TV maybe. So Trixie also though, she really wants to win, and like I like that she has a little more fire. She was kind of suggesting that in her season she floated her way and then she got eliminated, then she came back, and that she was never a front runner in her season. She was never like top. So like she was hoping that her performance in, you know, the Bachelor would allow her to win this episode.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny, like just with the rumors at the very beginning, like of the season, everyone's like, well, I think Trixie's gonna win. And I'm like, okay, well now it's episode 3. Where's she at? Unless it's gonna be one of those just gradually gets to the end and wins, but like I don't see that happening unless Shangela and Ben get kicked off. You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden, like what's gonna happen? Let's just say next episode, one of those two, Ben or Shangela, gets kicked off. Then one comes back in, kicks another one of them off. Trixie wins the whole thing. Like,
I just can't see Ben and Shangela both dropping the ball so much that it allows for Trixie to get in there and win. And I'm going to say it again, because of the fact that I don't feel that her look ever really evolves, that I don't think that she is enough of a chameleon for her to warrant some of these wins.
I get it.
So I liked in it wasn't in the confessional, it was in like the war room where Shangela is like, Milk is like, I think like I'm on the top, like I did such a good job, like I was so like, you know, the best at like my character, and Shangela's like, I think that you're in the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, at least Chantele can read the edit.
Yeah, and she's also like being honest too.
She's totally being honest, and like I think she even said, "I'm cracked." like yeah, because Milk is delusional Milk.
Yeah, like it's like skim.
Yeah, no, it's like rotten skim milk.
Oh God.
Trying to pass, like change.
It's like almond milk. It's
I
not
love
really. I love almond milk. I love almond milk, but it's like almond milk. It's not really milk. How do you get milk from an almond? I don't know.
Well, I've made it real in real life before, okay? I'm thinking it's more like milk past the expiration date.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so Kennedy, she was upset because she worked with milk. Oh yeah, so that's another thing that came up that I didn't really know was that Kennedy and Milk went on tour together before. And so,
yeah, probably like one of those bot tours.
Yeah, and like I don't know if we talked about it in real life or before the eclipse happened.
Yeah.
But like I understand where Kennedy's coming from. It sucks if you think that you're friends with somebody and you have like a certain relationship with them and then they're like don't really care for your work or your performance. So I understand how that hurts. But like they have completely different aesthetics. So I can understand why each of them wouldn't like each other's work. And so I was a little bit annoyed that Kennedy was so upset by Milk having an opinion. I know it's just because Milk sucks, but I was just like, kind of get over it, Kennedy.
I think it comes down to like just how you could be a certain way like professionally, and then when it comes down to like glorified with like cameras and like with all the publicity and shit, like all of a sudden true colors do come out. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that Kennedy and Milk do a performance together on these tours. I'm pretty sure that they might be on the same bus.
Right.
And they might be like, hey, you want Sour Patch Kids while I'm inside? Like, yeah, okay, cool.
For a drink? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I don't think that they're, like, sharing a room and, like having pillow fights and doing face masks. Like,
yeah, like, I don't think that while Kennedy's on stage, Milk's, like, trash talking. But when it comes to, like TV show purposes, Kennedy's like, what the fuck? Why are you acting like this for? You don't act like this normally, but you're acting like this now. And that's where I like. Yeah, I agree with Kennedy. That's not the way to act.
But I agree. But it is a TV show, and Milk needs to be the villain, I think, so she can have some significance.
Of course, yeah.
Relevancy, yeah. You know, like, I mean, I think she knows she wasn't going to win, so she might as well get some publicity out of it.
Sure.
So the main stage challenge was a wig upon wigs.
Upon wigs.
What did you think about? I guess Ben was up first.
Ben was good because he like reveals a big like, he takes his wig off and all of a sudden it's like 3 feet of hair, which was amazing, and then pulls